agua.
Well, that's the exciting lineup of hybrid programs, talks, workshop screenings and producer meetings, as well as business-to-business sessions. Well, we're talking about the 9th Cape Town International Animation Festival, which takes place from the 1st to the 3rd of October online and in person at the Old Biscuit Mill in Woodstock. The festival shines the spotlight on African talent, which will also see local animators and their international counterparts share knowledge. All right, to tell us more, we're joined by the director of the festival, Cape Town International Animation Festival Director, Dianne Makings. Dianne, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Morning. Lovely to be here. Nice to meet you, Level.
Thank you so much for waking up for us. Cape Town International Animation Festival. How did that come about? Give us a brief background.
Well, the industry started off as a service industry, and so we were mostly working for, international companies, putting together their promotions and their commercials. But as we got more skilled at animation, so of course what happened is that we wanted to start telling our own stories. So about 15 years ago, we had the first feature film come out of South Africa, and it's been a slow progress since then. So we've been going now for 9 years, and really we're just a reflection of the growth of the industry.
Speaking of growth, how do you measure the success of a festival like this?
Well, for me, one of the really great moments is our sister festival, which we hold in Khayelitsha, and seeing kids from that area just learning how to draw and being taught by international talents, and who then go on to go look for bursaries and go look for opportunities to carry on studying at free colleges. So for me, that's a big win. And then second of all, in 2019, we brought 2 producers out here. One was Aaron Warner from Shrek fame, and the other one was Peter Ramsey, who had just finished winning the Oscar for the Spider-Verse movie. And both of these producers now have projects here in Africa, which tells me that all you need to do is bring people here, and then they'll fall in love with the continent, and then they'll pick up a project.
Yeah, let's talk about this year's festival. What's on the cards?
Well, the things that I'm very excited about is our partnership with the Triggerfish Academy. The Triggerfish Academy is going to be doing a lot of online work to help people upskill in animation. We've also got some fantastic speakers from the Pixar studio. So if you come to the festival, you'll be able to, in person or virtually, meet with people like Nate Stanton and Esther Pearl. Nate Stanton is an incredible storyboard artist from Pixar who works on movies like The Incredibles and WALL-E. And Esther Pearl is a producer also from Pixar. Plus, we have agents coming through, so anyone that has a portfolio can do portfolio reviews. So we're very excited about the chance to connect our local talent with the international market.
What are some of the topics, though, that will be touched on in these talks?
Well, we're focusing this year on women transforming animation and the women that are making strides in animation this year. It's a program that I'm very excited about, and we've got some real heavy hitters in there, like Lisa Stewart and Michelle Wong, who made the film Vivo, which is currently streaming. I'm also excited about the conversations that we're having about local studios, about what's being made and sharing information that's being made, and the research that's being done in animation about what is possible and what the landscape actually looks like.
And what challenges has the COVID-19 pandemic presented to the animation industry in general?
We're very lucky because we create everything in a computer, and because that computer can be networked, most of us have been able to very successfully move our studios into our homes and then work remotely. And for smaller studios, I worked on a production earlier this year that we just use G Drive, and that seemed to work. For larger studios, yes, you use a a server that you network into. But for us, we've been incredibly lucky. The demand for animation has gone up, and we're able to work from home.
So talk to us about how South Africa is doing animation-wise in comparison to the rest of the world. How are we doing?
Oh, I mean, the talent and the creativity there's no question behind that. We have top-class talent, we have world-class creativity. And you see that reflected in the productions that we're doing, the productions that have been greenlit. Lucy Heavens and Nick Small have just had a Disney show greenlit called KIF. Triggerfish Animation Studios have got several productions in development. So for me, globally, we're competing very, very well. What we do need is we need more infrastructure because we do have to partner with international studios in order to get this made.
What do you mean?
So if I had a wish for South Africa, it was that our infrastructure was a little bit stronger so that we could run these productions and distribute these productions.
Who do you speak to about those kind of challenges of infrastructure?
I'm not 100% sure. I think we speak to the people with all the money. Find me the people with the money, Lebo.
Talk to us about how a young person gets into the animation industry. When they're listening to this conversation and they think they might have an eye for animation, where do they even start?
Sure. The first thing is start with a pencil and a piece of paper. Practice drawing, practice drawing, practice drawing. Don't worry about the computer stuff. Someone's going to teach that to you down the line.
Yeah.
If you're a writer, practice writing stories, and practice writing stories in a focused way. Try do a spec script. Now, a spec script is quite an interesting thing. You take a fandom that you love, so maybe you love Powerpuff Girls, and write an episode for that property and carry on practicing writing episodically and episodes for different properties to try out your styles. And then don't forget, animation isn't just made by people who can draw and who can write. I'm in production. We need people who are organized, who can project manage, who can do Facebook and social media and accounting, because anyone who wants to be associated or work within a creative industry, there is space for you in the animation industry because it's still growing.
All right. I want us to talk about the 3 days from the 1st to the 3rd of October. What's on the 1st all the way till the 3rd?
Well, we have a very exciting lineup this year because we're going in person and virtual.
Right.
So on the in-person program, you'll be able to see a wide variety of talks and presentations from the Table Mountain Room. Then you'll also be able to go into the workshop room and do workshops about Adobe After Effects, remote working, animation editing. There's a great program called Bend My Genre, just focusing on animation editing for 3 hours. Then there'll also be the drive-in in Salt River, where we'll be showing films, and a variety of pop-up events that we'll be partnering with Comic-Con with across the whole of City of Cape Town. And with Comic-Con, we've got amazing things going on, like cosplaying and tabletop gaming. So you can pop in and out of a variety of activities that suit your interest. Just make sure that you go onto the website and you have a look at the programs.
All right, Dianne, thank you so much for talking to us. Good luck with the festival.
Thanks so much, Lebo.
Dianne Makings talking to us about the festival. She's the festival director, rather, and she was talking to us about the Cape Town International Animation Festival, which takes place from the 1st of October to the 3rd, online and in person at the Old Biscuit Mill in Woodstock.